Hi everyone, I'm so excited today to share with you some sneak peeks of actual fabrics from Hoffman Fabrics. These are currently featured on their website for preview, so you can look at all the collections that they have coming out, and I believe it'll be for next spring, so 2025, but you get to see a sneak peek of some of the fabrics. I had the pleasure of designing 5 patterns that are featured in their books. So let's get started. The first collection is called Jeweled Depths, and this is part of their Spectrum digital print collection. Beautiful jewel tones, and I have an art quilt in there that is called Jewel Patch. Very simple design to create, very beginner friendly for sure, but let me show you some of the fabrics. So this is a beautiful violet purple shade, kind of speckled, a nice blender. This is another great blender, and this is emerald in the collection, and it has just some lovely movement in it. There's some sprigs of lavender in it as well. Here's that same design, only in sapphire, and it has some purple shades and blues in it, the dark navy, some green. Here is some purple shade, and it has some hydrangeas, and it looks like agapanthus, actually. Just gorgeous with a little bit of a navy background. Here it is in violet. And there's some like grass blades in this as well. Here it is in emerald. Just gorgeous. The blues and the greens really play well together. Another one of their purples. The density on this print is a little bit different. And here it is quite large in the purple. So they've really played around with the scale of the flowers. And here it is in violet. And you can see that there's some open spaces here with less volume of print. It just created a beautiful art quilt. And then they sent an 1895 batik for the backing on that. So that's Jewel Patchwork. This is the fabrics in the same collection, but this is for Botanical Jewel. This is 78 by 78. So again, we have our violet blender. These pieces are a little bit bigger. The cuts are a little bit bigger, so you can see the scale of the print on these. Just beautiful. I love that there's depth, and then there's also some lightness in it and so much movement. Here it is in the green. You can tell I really like the greens. And then for some blenders, I use some of the batiks for that. And this is the 885. This is a speckled, this shade is called Acapulco. And then this is their 1386. This shade is called Tide Pool. And I just love the stripes on this. This is just for some blender. And then some more of the sapphire. And for the backing, they sent the Tide Pool. Again, this is a 108 backing fabric, so that'll make it really nice when I go to quilt it. So that is 2 of the 5 quilts there. Now let's move on to our third design. This collection is called Blush Garden. I fell in love with this collection, just gorgeous. They have a couple of different colorways that blend really well together. So they have this soft peach coral colorway, And then they also have like a blue and a green colorway. The design is called Blush Garden, but my quilt pattern is called Bamboo Bloom. And I loved the bamboo print in this collection. A little backstory on this: when I sent the original design in, the person that is my contact person there, she's just lovely. She liked it, but she gave me some suggestion and asked me to do some changes to it. So I did. And that collaborative experience is so wonderful in the quilt industry because it gets you to think a little bit differently and to maybe go a direction that you didn't see yourself going. So this is the final design, and I will put up slides of the actual digital mock-up so you can see. These patterns haven't been written yet, FYI. But let's start with some of the fabrics. So this is just this really beautiful soft teals to dark teals with a little bit of a soft green in there. I love this. Such a sophisticated print. I could see using that in a lot of other designs as well. So that was one of the prints from Blush Garden. And then for blenders, let me see if I can get the numbers right. I used some batiks, and I used their art. It's called R2284. And if you're familiar with Hoffman batiks, you know that that is the stripes. So I used the shade Olive, and I also used the shade Mist. So this is kind of like a white on gray. And then this is the 1895 that everybody loves so much. And this is Big Sur is the color on this. And I saved the best for last, the beautiful bamboo print that inspired all of this. So sophisticated. Love, love, love this print. You can see the blues and the greens and the misty sage greens in there. Just gorgeous. I have to say, for me personally, my personal colorway, this really speaks to me a lot. And then they went ahead and sent me some more 1895 for the backing on this. And this is a 108 wide fat back for backing. So Bamboo Bloom, and I'll put the slide up. I saved the best for last, and this collection is called Color and Bloom. And this is what my document looks like coming back from Hoffman. So this is 2 quilts that I'll be doing, an art quilt and a bed quilt. The art quilt measures 22 by 42. And I won't make you wait. I'll show you what the panel looks like. This is just a gorgeous digital print of these hand-painted flowers. Looks like a zinnia to me, but I just loved all the brush strokes on this and the gorgeous colors. I also like that rather than just doing one large panel, they did 2. And so that really opened up a lot of design possibilities for me. So let me show you some of the other colors. This is also part of that same collection. This is just some brush strokes with blues and light blue and green. There's a little bit of pink in there and a lot of movement. And you can see how well it goes with this panel. They did a really nice job with the companion on that. And then this is, I believe this shade is called Violet. No, it's called Iris. And this is 1895, and it's really beautiful, dark, deep blue with a little bit of purple in there. And you can see how nice it goes with the panel. And then they sent an 1895 for the backing on that. So excited to get started on that. And then for the larger quilt, we'll be using the panel, the iris, and this print is actually called Lapis, which is a really great name for it. So we'll be doing that art quilt and putting it in the center of the larger quilt and then adding some borders. And two of the other fabrics in this collection is the panel done in a repeat, and it's just lovely. You could fussy cut this. I'm going to be using this in the border. And then they did this beautiful blender with these speckles in so many gorgeous colors. And this is some of the strips in the border. And they sent me another 108 fatback of their 1895. And again, this collection is called Color and Bloom. And you can see all of these fabrics along with my patterns and some of the other designers' patterns on their website at hoffmanfabrics.com. I hope you liked this unboxing. And if you'd like to see more of these, which I think they're so much fun, who doesn't want to see all the new stuff, right? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And in the future, I'll be doing videos on these quilts as I make them. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and have a great day and happy stitching.